to call home.
We wanted her to be in a place where she would be challenged and have dignity and safety.
But it isn't easy.
It was early evening around supper time. She had come out of her room with, I believe it was a pen, and had come after one of our staff and was screaming that she wanted it to be a knife.
On News and Review today, where does Marie go? Hello, I'm Carla Robinson. Mental illness is a growing health problem in Canada. It affects about 6 million Canadians, 1 in 5 people. But it doesn't get the attention it deserves because a lot of Canadians don't like to talk about it. And even worse, the stigma surrounding the many forms the illness takes can prevent people from seeking help. To try to change that, the federal government recently created a mental health commission. It will try to help people like Phil Upshaw.
I attempted suicide, spent time in a locked ward in the psychiatric ward, spent time with 10 years with a psychiatrist. I went bankrupt, I was disbarred, I was divorced.
The commission chair says bringing mental illness out of the shadows must be a priority.
You talk to parents who find it embarrassing to admit that one of their children is depressed. You find people who won't say to their co-workers that I'm having a mental health problem.
One of the most difficult challenges the Commission will face is how to help mentally ill Canadians who are also homeless. One of the thousands of people with no place to call home is Marie Jeffrey. The CBC's Hugo Lavoie has her story.
Wait a while, eternity. Oh, Mother Nature's got nothing on me. So run to me, come to me. Run to me now, we're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing, by God. She reminds me of a chess game with someone I admire, or a picnic in the rain after a prairie fire. It's Christmas in prison, there'll be music.
Where does Marie go? Where's the home for Marie?
Homesick, I love you, good night.
In this CBC video shot in 1990 for a story on fetal alcohol syndrome, Marie is 8 years old. Her biological mother drank during pregnancy and could not take care of her. Dale Jeffrey and his wife adopted Marie at age 6, and they had high hopes for her. But they soon realized how severe Marie's problems were.
The more we got to know Marie, the more we began realistically to believe that she would need to be in a sheltered environment. And so we wanted her to be in a place where she would be challenged and have dignity and safety. That was our big hope.
But is there such a place for Marie?
Yeah.
Half a century ago, people like her would have been sent to asylums. Over a 15-year period, starting in 1960, a wave of change led to the closure of 70% of all beds in Canadian mental hospitals. Social and economic reasons were cited. Asylums were gradually replaced by community-based group homes. Marie ended up in one of these homes at age 18. And the first 6 years went relatively well, with only occasional and manageable violent outbursts, according to the group home's director, Diane Ratzlaff. But as Marie grew older, she became more unpredictable and violent. One night in June 2006, she went too far.
It was early evening around supper time, and She had come out of her room with, I believe it was a pen, and had come after one of our staff and was screaming that she wanted it to be a knife. What was created in there was all of a sudden this sense that, we can't protect everybody that lives here, and we can't continue to create an environment where we have quality of life. You lose that when you live in a home where there's some fear.
Marie had to leave the group home. In the summer of 2006, she was transferred to a general hospital. Doctors tried to adjust her medication in order to stabilize her mental state. She was sent back to her group home 3 times, but every time, she lashed out at other residents and was sent back to the same hospital. As a result, what was intended as a short stay ended up being a full 6 months in a hospital bed.
It was a huge frustration. I was on the phone talking to Community Living and the Department of Social Services, talking to prospective group homes, going to team meetings at City Hospital, where the refrain seemed to always be, Marie doesn't fit here. She's not an acute care person. We want her moved. But we had nowhere to move her to.
In December 2006, Marie was finally moved out of the hospital, but the move was made under the worst circumstances. After attacking a nurse and a patient, Marie was arrested, charged, and taken to jail. Dale Jeffrey was shocked. He turned to psychologist Joe Nansen for help. This well-respected expert on fetal alcohol syndrome has been following Marie all her life. But the only comfort Dr. Nansen could provide Dale and Marie was to tell them they're not alone.
Marie is not an exception. I probably have 10 or 15 other young adults that I'm dealing with who are either homeless or in jail, who really don't belong in jail, but there's no other place to put them.
While waiting for her trial, Marie spent Christmas 2006 in jail.
I called the Pine Grove Center to speak to Marie. Christmas Eve, we put the phone on speaker, and Marie was crying.
And I said, can I draw a picture of a stocking? And I was just about to cry.
And she was going to hang it in her cell. And did I think Santa Claus would come? That was pretty hard to keep the tears back.
It was Christmas in prison, and the food was real good. We had turkey and pistols we carved out of wood. And I dream of her always, even when I don't dream. Her name's on my tongue, and her blood's in my stream. Wait a while, eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on me. So run to me, come to
Dale
me,
chose to keep on fighting. He called in the media and politicians. He approached provincial cabinet ministers, asking them to allow Marie's transfer to the only psychiatric hospital in Saskatchewan, even though there are few beds available. Dale was deliberately rattling the politicians' cages, and it worked. The story about Marie being trapped in jail got media and political attention. And in January 2007, his wish was granted. Charges against Marie were dropped.
Dear Dad, how are you? And I'm okay. And everything is doing very good. Hear from you soon.
After the group home, hospital, and jail, Marie was finally transferred to the Saskatchewan Psychiatric Hospital in North Battleford.
Hi, Dad.
How you doing?
For Dale, it was a victory. At least here, Marie and the people around her are safe.
Yeah.
But this could prove to be a short-lived victory.
Hi.
Hi.
This is my dad.
Hello. Well, yeah, I got a letter finally from Buckley Boulanger.
In February 2007, Dale received a letter signed by 2 provincial cabinet ministers. The document said that the psychiatric hospital is only a temporary solution and Marie will have to go back into the community. Saskatchewan's minister responsible for healthy living, Graham Madley, signed the letter. He refused to comment on Marie's specific case, but agreed to answer our questions on the problems surrounding psychiatric home care. For him, it's all about perseverance.
Well, it's not you try it once and you give up. You have to keep trying, and keep trying. And in some cases, it takes 3 or 4 settings before the person finally finds a place that meets their needs.
So once again, we're at the point of where does Marie go? Where's the home for Marie? If the only a mental health facility in the province decides to not keep her, and there isn't a group home, and I can't take her, where does Marie go? Maybe like a bunch of the Maries in the province, either homelessness or corrections. That seems to be our default.
The last time we checked, Marie was still living in a psychiatric hospital. Marie's friends and social workers are still trying to find her a home. And that's News in Review. I'm Carla Robinson. Thanks for watching.